What up, all my fight fans? So we got ourselves a little bit of interesting news with Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is released on bond. Nate Diaz, if you guys are not aware, he had himself a bit of a scuffle, I believe, in New Orleans, with a couple of guys in the streets. And I'm here to ask you guys, was Nate Diaz in the wrong or was Nate Diaz in the right? Me personally, I feel like he's in the right. You see, at the end of the day, these guys are not going out there trying to look for fights. These guys are not out there trying to start fights. These guys are not out there trying to do the damn thing and trying to punk everybody just because they know how to fight, just because they know they're boxing, they're Muay Thai, they're Jiu-Jitsu, they're wrestling. These guys are still professional fighters and they're still acting very professional. They go over there to have fun. They go over there to talk. They go over there to be with their boys and whatnot. And at the end of the day, these guys are still fighters. So if you talk smack to them, of course they're going to defend themselves. They're going to be like, yo, what's up? And of course, if you circle them in a normal everyday fight, people would like to trash talk each other and they'll trash talk each other within the face and they'll be all up in their face and they'll be close to each other and they're hoping one person swings so the other person can swing or whatnot. Not a fighter. A fighter straight up is like, if you come close enough, they're going to think, or they're going to really anticipate you're going to swing on them. So the first reaction always is to be first. Be the first one. Don't counter. Be the first one to swing, because that's pretty much the only reason why you're coming towards me. If you're talking smack and you're coming towards me, you're going to get swung on, because my intention is my thinking is you're going to come at me to hit me, and I'm not going to allow that to happen. I'm going to hit you first. And that's, I promise you, is Nate Diaz's mindset, because he comes from that background. He's cut from that cloth. You can't just go up to Nate Diaz and be all like, hey, what's going on, all hostile. If you're gonna go up there and say, hey, can I get an autograph or can I take a picture, I'm sure he's gonna be cool. He's gonna be like, hey, this is that, no problem, da da da. But if you're gonna start brawling and you're gonna come up to him and whatnot, and then you don't expect to get hit or choked out, I mean, come on, it's common sense. Honestly, it's the best thing that Nate Diaz could have done. I'm sure Nate Diaz could have done some real damage with his hands, but instead he pretty much secured the choke and pretty much put the guy down on the ground. Like, yeah, the guy fell and hit his head a little bit, but at the end of the day, we all have that power to walk away. We all have the power to, like, hey, you know what? I want no trouble. I ain't trying to get in the. I ain't trying to have any of that smoke. So you know what? I'm gonna let this be. Like, I'm gonna trash talk. I'm gonna say whatever I gotta say, and I'm gonna bounce. That's it. You know what? Like, hey, this is that. This messed up. Blah 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 blah. Whatever the beef is about, yeah, do whatever, say whatever you want to say. But then if you're gonna come close enough, or you're gonna start scrapping, or you're gonna start brawling, or you're gonna actually go up there and start trash talking in his face, then expect something like that to happen. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, when you see someone that you do not like, you approach them. Obviously, they're gonna anticipate that you're gonna want to do something. But if you see someone you don't like and you just walk away, then that fight would never ever actually happened. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Nate Diaz fan. Of course, I'm a big Nate Diaz fan. At the end of the day, if Nate Diaz walked up to somebody and just sucker punched them out of nowhere, then it's kind of like, and especially if that person's not a fighter, then yeah, it's kind of like a bit of a disgrace and kind of a dirtbag move. But he didn't do that. He was chilling with his boys in the front of the crowd and before the fight even took place. And then I'm pretty sure they were heckling Nate Diaz or whatnot, and then Nate Diaz threw something. Yeah, maybe Nate Diaz overreacted a little bit, but we don't know. We just got the few seconds of the clip of what was actually going on. Maybe these guys were heckling Nate Diaz and trash talking Nate Diaz for quite some time. You don't know that. We just know what we see in the video. Just like the next video where we see Nate Diaz choke out somebody. We don't know if these guys approached Nate Diaz first or Nate Diaz approached them, but from what we're doing, I'm dissecting what I seen in the video, and I dissect the guy that pretty much is coming towards Nate Diaz, and Nate Diaz is doing the only thing he could do is defend himself. His back is against the wall, so for all he knows, this guy could do something really more. He could have probably pulled out a knife, pulled out a gun. You don't know. I could be saying a lot and maybe overreacting, but it's you just don't know, and none of us were really there. So what we see from the video, that's what it is. That person that didn't want no trouble or whatever, even if you look like, oh, like, no, don't come close. Don't come close, especially to a fighter, because a fighter is not meant to, like, hey, like, keep cool, keep cool, keep cool. A fighter is meant to, like, if you come in towards me, I got to get off first, and I got to pretty much lay my hands on you first. And that's just the mentality of a fighter, from what I understand. Yeah, they're probably supposed to be a little bit more responsible with their techniques and such, but yeah, when it comes to like stuff like that, they're not really thinking. They're thinking of defending themselves. More importantly, getting out of there, getting home safely, and that's what I feel, and that's my personal opinion. But guys, let me know what you think about this whole Nate Diaz situation. Was he in the wrong or was he in the right? Let me know in the comments, my guys. Thanks. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.